Willkommen! My name is Sean Huggins. I'm an American living in Germany, and on this channel, I'm looking to learn all about life in Germany and Europe in general through watching silly videos and stuff on the internet with you guys. So if you enjoy, consider subscribing. We got new videos every single day. And today's comment of the day comes from Dirkst73, and they say, I love your vids. Your reaction is so honest and funny. Ha ha ha. Wow. Thank you so much, Dirkst. Or should I say Dirk Nowitzki, the infamous German NBA legend and one of the greatest basketball players of all time? You tried to sneak past us, didn't you, Dirk? You thought you could slide your comment right in there and we wouldn't notice. Not today! Dirk, thank you for the kind comment. I appreciate the support, and let's get into today's reaction. So today we are taking a look at why Germany is a great country to live in / why I like living in Germany as an American immigrant. I feel like this should be pretty interesting to see what another American has experienced living here in Germany. Let's see if our experiences line up, or if I can add anything, or if maybe Jessie Lena will show me something that I never realized. Let's find out together what is life like living in Germany as an American immigrant, shall we? Los geht's.
There are many reasons that make Germany a wonderful country to live in.
Okay.
As an immigrant who has lived in Germany for a number of years, I can say with confidence
Schloss Neuschwanstein. I like that place. I went there and I did a vlog on it. Very nice castle from the outside, kind of a tourist trap. You could check out the vlog linked down below, but very, very nice on the outside and maybe one of the coolest castles in the entire world.
there are many things that I love about living in this country. In this video, I'll be discussing some of the different reasons as to why Germany is a great country to live in and why I personally like living here. The first category I'll be talking about is the high quality of life. Germany is known for a high quality of life. It has a strong economy, good infrastructure, and a wide range of cultural and recreational opportunities. There are a lot of different factors within.
I think Germany has the largest economy in Europe. Is that correct? I think that's correct. And that means a lot, because that means that in order to do that, you have a lot of job opportunities and, you know, just a lot of economic opportunities in Germany. And that's pretty important to have a high standard of living.
In this that I'll get into. One of the things I really enjoy is the efficient public transportation system. So this means the public transportation.
Except for the cursed Deutsche Bahn. I've actually only ridden on the Deutsche Bahn maybe a handful of times, and every time has been fine. But I know that a lot of Germans in the comment section on my YouTube here have some very strong feelings about the Deutsche Bahn. Apparently it's late quite often, but I don't know, knock on wood. I haven't had any problems with it so far.
Systems that you'll find in the cities that can get you nearly to every nook and cranny in the city, as well as the larger public transportation system.
Public transportation is very good.
I know a lot of Germans complain about the Deutsche Bahn and the frequent delays and cancellations of the trains, but as a person who comes from a country that doesn't really have much of a public transportation system, I really appreciate just having the option and having the Deutsche Bahn available to me. It makes it so.
Yeah, in America we have public transportation, we have buses and trains and trams and all that kind of stuff, but the infrastructure is not built out and it's not as far spreading as it is in Germany. The American infrastructure is very much reliant on driving cars. Everything is a lot bigger and more spread out. So while we have all the things that Germany has in terms of public transportation, we just have a lot less of it, if that makes sense. So yeah, the public transportation, definitely a plus.
Much easier to travel around. I love that I can get from one side of the country to another, and it even gets you into the countryside as well without having to take a car. For example, there are buses that will stop in some of the tiniest villages and take you into the nearby city. It helps make everything more accessible. I think this is something really fantastic, and I'm thankful every day for the German public transportation system. Another factor that contributes to the high quality of life is just the
like for example, a lot of the public transportation in America is centered around cities. The bigger the city, the more public transportation it potentially has. There is not a lot of public transportation once you get outside of cities, whether they're big cities or medium-sized cities or even small cities. Once you get out of the cities, the public transportation options become very, very limited in most cases, unless you're taking a train directly from like one city to another city. But getting to the rural areas from public transportation is a lot more difficult in America. Let's continue.
Abundance of parks, green spaces, the nature here in Germany. All of the cities seem to have a lot of different parks. You can also quickly get into nature, into a larger forest, nature reserve.
This is actually interesting to me.
From the cities. So in terms of urban planning, there seems to be a lot of emphasis on making sure that people still have access to nature when living in the cities.
Yeah, this is actually a good point. The way that like city planning is handled in Germany, in general, everything is more condensed. Everything is more walkable. That makes public transportation easier. That makes getting out of the city and directly into the parks or the trees or the mountains or the hiking or the fields or whatever a lot easier and faster. Like I said, in America, everything is more spread out and relies a lot on driving cars. But I will say that America does a great job at having tons of national parks and state parks, which I don't mean like little parks inside of a city or even big parks inside of a city. I'm talking about gigantic, wild areas. But these places are pretty far away from most people. So Germany does a good job of bringing those elements a lot closer to people. As you can see in this picture right here, just how close the city is to the park here. The park is directly in the city or right next to the city. In America, you would probably have to drive quite some distance, but then you have, instead of this size park, you would have a park like this, but 10 times the size. So it's not as easy to get to, but once you do get to it, it's like, dang, you are in nature hardcore. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, obviously having nature readily available like it is here in Germany is definitely a plus.
And I think this is really important, having access to nature, having access to green spaces. I know that it helps me feel more calm and makes me feel happier overall, being able to access nature and not just be in the concrete jungle.
Holy cow, look at that guy.
Similar to the green spaces, there are a lot of bike paths in Germany, whether it's through the city or pass through the countryside. There's a lot of emphasis on creating bike paths. You'll see people of all ages riding bikes, and I think, you know, this helps keep people healthier even into older ages.
I need to get a bike.
It helps create a system.
I need to get a bike. I freaking love riding bikes, and I haven't done it in ages because I don't have a bike. I need to get a bike. That would be so much fun.
You don't need to rely on a car as much. I come from the United States, and there you have to have a car to get around, and I really appreciate that here in Germany you have the public transportation system, as I talked about, and then there's bike paths.
Unless you live in a city, you pretty much have to have a car.
Life where you're not reliant on a car. I really enjoy this sort of lifestyle, this emphasis on creating bike paths. Also, the cities in Germany are extremely walkable. There's sidewalks everywhere. Where I come from, there's not always sidewalks along the streets, and it can be really dangerous to walk. The fact that you're able to walk around in your daily life while running errands, just living your life, I think is...
And having an area like a Marktplatz type of thing where it's just for walking around, just for pedestrians, but it's still in the center of the city is very cool. A lot of cities in America don't have anything like that. It's more so just streets that you can walk along the side of, but cars still go in the center of it, if that makes sense. So having something like a big Marktplatz is very nice. And yeah, just overall, Germany is more walkable, and that is kind of more convenient, I think.
Something really special. I think a healthier lifestyle overall, if you're riding your bike and you're walking, you're seeing nature, breathing fresh air, I think this is all really great. The next section I want to talk about is just the safety. Germany is a very safe country. I would say overall the crime rate is pretty low. I feel safe as a woman, both during the day and at night. That's not to say that crime never happens or you don't have to be aware of your surroundings. But in comparison to other countries that I have lived in or visited, I definitely noticed how much safer I feel in Germany. The safety in Germany was something that I actually had to adjust to. So you could say it was a culture shock just how safe it was here. It took me time to realize, okay, relax and not have this constant pressure, this constant thought that I need to be looking over my shoulder. When I kind of realized that, okay, I'm safe here, I just felt this
You're safe now.
relief, this tension leaving my body.
Yes,
And that's something that I really appreciate, just having this sense of security and peace of mind. Germany is also a country that offers a lot of personal and professional growth. Germany is a country that has a strong economy and a wide range of job opportunities. There are actually some jobs and positions here that they actually don't have enough people currently to fill all of these jobs, so they are recruiting to find more of that. There's
like what? Is anybody hiring a bike rider? I'm not going to name names, but I heard somebody is in the market for a bike riding job.
actually a lot of people moving to Germany for these jobs.
There's also
a lot of jobs available in English as well. Living and working in Germany is a great place if you're looking to advance your career. There's a lot of growth opportunities here. As part of
a lot of really good engineering, obviously, in Germany. A lot of good manufacturing jobs, I feel like, in Germany, which is two very good types of career paths.
Really strong education system. Germany has a lot of excellent universities, but beyond this, they have different educational paths, such as Ausbildungs. There's a lot of different ways to gain an education in a certain field or practice.
I've said this in about 37 different videos, but I really want to go back to school in Germany just because I love school so much, and it's free in Germany, or I might even get paid to go to school in some instances in Germany, or it would just be really cheap to go to school in Germany. And I just love school. I want to go back to school. I like it.
Overall, no matter what sort of education path you go down, all of the education is a high quality education. Quality of education makes it really ideal, along with the fact that getting an education here is very affordable, even for international people. One of the reasons why I moved to Germany was to do my master's. It's really amazing seeing so many people that I did my master's with, or other people that I've met that have chosen to come to Germany to do a bachelor's, master's, Ausbildung or something. So many of us end up staying and working in Germany, contributing back to the country, and I think it's great that you can come here and get an education and then be able to find a good job afterwards and are really able.
All right, guys, here's the plan. Everyone listen up. Here we go. Everyone focus up. Here's the plan. Okay, we're going to blow up this YouTube together. I'm going to keep giving you guys as many videos as I possibly can every single day. You guys are going to tell your friends, tell your family, tell your dogs, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your mama, tell your papa, tell everybody about my channel. We're going to blow up the YouTube channel, and I'm going to make enough money doing YouTube to be able to pay my bills and not be a homeless person. And then I will go back to school. Yeah, that's the plan. That's all I got so far. Okay, cool.
To advance yourself
good talk,
personally
good talk,
and
team.
Professionally, having this opportunity is one of the things that really makes Germany a great country to be living in. Another thing that I appreciate about Germany is just the overall location of the country. As someone who loves to travel, easy access to Western Europe, Central Europe, the Nordic countries, Southern Europe. Germany is kind of in this like ideal middle spot between all of these different locations. You're able to get to a lot of different countries quickly, whether you're driving, taking the train, or flying, and this is a plus for me and for many of the people that I know. It's really nice.
Me and my fiance Isa have gone to I don't even know, freaking 10 different countries since we moved here to Germany, because it's just so easy. It's great. I love it.
To be able to travel and experience new cultures, new languages, different ways of thinking, to be able to explore Europe, to be able to explore the world that we live in. The opportunities for travel and the location of the country for that is really great. The countryside in Germany is really beautiful, and because of the public transportation system, it's really accessible. It's really great to take a bike ride through the countryside or a walk just to enjoy the fact that the countryside is so accessible.
Yes.
Enjoy this connection with nature. Well, that's really great and something that I really appreciate about Germany.
I know that someone is going to get upset with me saying this because even saying the B word makes a lot of people upset. So let me just give a warning here. I'm not saying that this is the only cool thing about Germany, but Bayern, specifically going through the German Alps, was one of my favorite things I've ever done. Driving down the road and going from little hills to small mountains like this to the big giant German Alps and seeing the gradual progression and nothing but green grass and trees as far as you can see, with just little tiny a little village here, a little village there, a little village there, and having like more cows than people. It was just so cool. It's such a cool area. Anyways, let's move on before people get too mad at me saying the B word.
I feel like you don't have to be stuck in a city or in the countryside.
Yeah, I like
You're
that.
able to get a little bit of everything. I also really like the fact that there's so many villages. It makes it really
Villages are cool.
fun to travel between village to village. Another plus for me is just the fact that how environmentally friendly the policies and the people are. There's a big emphasis on recycling. As I mentioned, there's the bike paths, the public transportation system.
Whoa.
The country is very environmentally conscious. The climate crisis, climate change, this is really important. I'm happy to be living in a country that is aware of this, and I'm trying to make change. Overall, there are many different things that I love about living in Germany.
Of course.
There are a lot of things that make this a really great country to be living.
Whoa. What the frick is this place? Dude, that's crazy. There's people on top of that. Oh my God.
Living in. I feel grateful to be able to call this country home, whether you're an immigrant or somebody from Germany. I think there are so many reasons to appreciate that we're living in such a beautiful and diverse country.
My favorite reason to live in Germany is because of my beautiful fiance, Isa. But I will pass the question off to the professionals. If you had to give your one single most favorite thing about living in Germany, or your favorite reason to live in Germany, what would that one thing be? Let me know down in the comments. At any rate though, that's all the time that I have for today. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing. We got new videos every single day. Check the links down in the description for all of my other social media, including my vlog channel. Thank you guys so much for being here, and as always, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.